and they literally could not understand what it is. So, but what I do like is that rejection, it doesn't mean that it's a no. It means that, okay, we do not understand what you're building, and the way we do not understand it, that's a no, because it does not fit under any of our handbooks.
It's a good lesson for the senior management, or who are the key people are in any business, that keep your team ahead of you. Okay, respect them and treat them as they're the key people. Hello everyone, and today we are in Blue Waters, Dubai, and we have been invited to Banya Forrest by the CEO, Luxury Wellness and Travel and Concierge Services, Artem, thank you so much for inviting us. I know you're busy, and it was a lovely experience. As you can see, the viewers, we are in the gown. We just came out from the Banya. We were in the cold bath, we were in the cold shower, we were beaten by the bushes. How you say it in a traditional way?
Well, it's actually called Venik.
Yes. Yeah. So I feel like I just born again. So thank you. So
thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. So tell to the people who don't know about you, what do you do?
Well, first of all, welcome. Really a pleasure having you here. And to be honest, this is what we do here in Banya. We popularize the concept in Dubai, and we bring people in who never tried it before, even though today I found out you actually did try it before. And but it was a very long time ago. So now
20 odd years ago.
There you go. So now we refreshed your memory.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yes.
So that's basically what we do. Me personally, my name is Artem. I'm originally from Ukraine. I'm British Ukrainian. I all my life studied and worked in hospitality and tourism industry, and after getting into a concierge services business, that was about 15 years ago, I'm staying within that up until now. Now, Banya, the project that we are in right now, this is more for a soul. This is something that brings me personally pleasure, because the reason why we're doing this is to make people happy. And as cheesy as it sounds, it's actually true, because even you melted a little bit, and now you are much more smiley than before.
Refreshed.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So going back to this, as we were talking earlier, this vision of you to open this one. But there's a difference between a vision and the reality, right? People say, I'm going to do this. And so what was the moment in your life when you decided, I'm going to do this? And how did you handle this voices inside which stops you, say, no, you can't do it?
The answer probably will surprise you, but what changed in me and is still with me, it happened to me when I was 9 years old. I was born in Ukraine, and when I was 9, I traveled. I was living in a family in Czech Republic. This was the first time ever I traveled somewhere outside the country, and that's when I realized that the world is so different. Because up until 9 years old, I thought that the world is what surrounds me, and that's all that there is. But then I went to a completely different place that was very different. I cannot say the opposite, but it was very different from what I got used to. And that's when I realized that even if you see everything around you is the same, and that's the way things are done, and that's the way it is, it doesn't mean that's actually true. If you either can change it yourself, or you can go to a place where it is not true anymore, and you just change the environment, or you move yourself from one place to another. You get yourself from the situation, and that's how you understand that you can actually do anything. So starting from that moment, I realized that whatever we see around us is not constant, and if you don't like it, change it. So
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
what I do since that.
That's the right thinking, I think, right mindset. So Dubai is renowned for its luxury life, right? Everything is really nice and looks good. But having said that, uh, why did you choose Dubai for this business? Because the reality is not everyone can thrive here. Okay, it's not so easy. You should have a plan. So rather than choosing another city or another country, you chose Dubai. And how your this city aligns with your vision and your brand.
Phew. Well, we started planning this project almost 3 years ago. 3 years ago is 2021. 2021 is just slowly the world is going out of the COVID. And what was the first place in the world that went out of the COVID successfully? Dubai.
Dubai, yes.
So to be fair, it was no-brainer where it should be. That's the place where everyone were coming in. That's the place where that was, first in everything. And after the COVID, it was first to bounce back. So it was pretty obvious. Then 2022, the war happened in Ukraine, and there's so many Russian speakers from Russia, from Ukraine, from other countries. They started moving into Dubai. That's basically our first clientele, right?
Yeah.
So that's how we understand. Okay, that's where we need to be. And even though Russian speakers are the first one who come, but our initial marketing strategy, it stays up until now. It will stay after. It's non-Russian speakers. What we want, it's not about whether you speak or not speak Russian. It's about whether you know or you don't know the concept. It's about the people who do not know the concept. That's the people who we want here. We from the day one, since we opened, even 3 months before we started our campaign, up until now, and we will continue, we are educating the market about the Banya, about the concept. We want people to know about it. In a nutshell, can I tell you quickly about the Banya? Because it's very hard to explain to people. If you've never heard about yoga, how do I tell you? It's a gymnastics with breathing, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
You try to explain.
Yeah.
So Banya is basically something, you know sauna, right? Yeah. Sauna is very hot and dry steam. Hammam, it's not that hot, but humid environment. Yeah. Banya is something in between. It's very hot and very humid, right? Also, the concept evolves around 4 simple steps: is hot, cold, rest, repeat. And all of us, we know hot, cold, repeat, right? Yeah. But we're also adding rest to this concept. So basically, you go to this hot environment, then you go to the plunge pool, which is 8 degrees, right? 7-8 degrees. It's very, very cold. Then you come back. Then we also have this treatment with birch or oak leaves that you've tried today.
I enjoyed it, really. Totally enjoyed it.
They basically pat you with it, right?
Yeah.
And then you go to the cold plunge, you come back, they finish it off. But then you have this aspect that's called rest. We have a full-on restaurant. It's a Slavic cuisine. We cook everything ourselves. It's very, very important to have this place, the restaurant part, where people communicate. This is the concept that we call social wellness. So surprisingly enough, out of 3-hour session, 80% of that time people will spend in the restaurant. You came to the Banya, but you spent 80% of your time in the restaurant. Why? Because that's where you socialize. That's where you give your body some time to rest before you endure more stress, even though it's a good stress, but still you need some time to rest, right? And in that restaurant, the magic happens.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we call social wellness. I've seen people who come together to Banya as strangers. They meet up in the Banya, and then they exchange numbers. Next day they come together. Right. What other place in Dubai you can find like that?
Yes.
Especially that is health oriented rather than a nightclub or something like that. Right.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the vision, and since the day one up until now, that's what we're implementing.
Amazing. I can see the facilities and how it's done. It's like on another level. So
thank you.
And I think I would recommend. I will put the link on the video below there, and you can see that. And I highly recommend to just come and even have a look. and see how you feel. If even you are reluctant to try this, have a look, and I'm 100% sure you're going to try it, because this is just amazing. This is on another level. So anyway, moving forward, running a luxury wellness business. Okay, it sounds very good. It's really glamorous, but let's go to real. What are the challenges, or one challenge you faced until now, until you started, which you say, oh, how I'm going to overcome this?
Well, your podcast is very limited, so I cannot go too much into details, because one challenge, no, it was many. Okay, I will probably fix on that. Why I like Dubai so much is because here, government, you can talk to the government. You can sort out problems with the government. Rather than government being an obstacle, government actually tries to help you. Even though, yes, of course, there are a set of rules and regulations, but they're in place for the reason, right?
Yeah.
But if you understand right why those regulations are in place, you can come and talk to the government and try to work around it. I'll give you an example. While we were building this, you've seen our pechka, which is the stove that generates heat.
Yeah.
It's 33 tons, right? It's a massive piece of equipment. The government basically was not, we were refused 4 times to get permits to build it. Why? They were saying it's too heavy. They could not understand why you're building there. You're basically building a building within a building and putting a 33-ton equipment inside of it. And they literally could not understand what it is. So, but what I do like is that rejection, it doesn't mean that it's a no. It means that, okay, we do not understand what you're building, and the way we do not understand it, that's a no, because it does not fit under any of our handbooks or any of our regulations, because it never existed here. But what you can do is come to us, talk to us, and explain us, what are you trying to achieve? Why is it like this? Why is it that heavy? Why are you building it exactly this way with these materials? Then we will try to understand it. We will make sure that it's safe, and then we will let you do it. And that is exactly what happened. Yes, it took us about a month. Construction comes always with delays. That's normal. But I must say, in places like London, for example, most likely, if it's a no, it's a no.
Yes.
If you do not tick the box, you do not tick the box.
You cannot go back
to
someone. Yes.
You need to tick the box. If you don't tick the box, that's it. Who will you go and speak to? To the parliament, to the council? You will not, right? So that's what I love about Dubai. So if talking about the challenges, all those challenges here with this project, I see that they can be overcome. And the country really helps you with that.
That's really true. Yeah, that's I think one of the biggest positives.
True.
That's why the businesses are moving here.
Yeah.
But having opened this business, and this is, like I said, it's on the next level, we have few more this sort of Banyas here in Dubai. Do you worry about in future that someone will come and they will open more and your competitors, and or because you're the first one, you're okay?
I encourage it.
Yeah.
I encourage it. Remember in the beginning of the talk, I told you that my goal is to educate people about the Banya. The more Banyas will be in Dubai, UAE, or any other country in the world, the better. It's, first of all, this place has a capacity of 70 people. And we have a capacity of VIP for 20 people. It's only 90 people. What is the population of UAE? of Dubai.
Yeah.
What is the population of Dubai when tourists are coming? That's a different story, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. Competition, no, we encourage it. Come and build more Banyas. Make sure if you come and build more Banyas, this will help our cause. We want to bring this to the masses. We want to bring this to people. You know, now wherever you are traveling in the world, in any 5-star hotel, you will have a sauna, right?
True.
What I want to achieve is that it will be Banya. You could, okay, you want sauna, leave the sauna be, leave the steam room be, leave the hammam be, but build the Banya as well.
Yeah.
So much healthier for you.
True, very true. So building all this business, I'm sure it's not a one man's job. It's a team involved,
Of course.
right?
100%.
What do you think about what are the qualities of a super good team, or how important it is? Like the people who are with you, they are supportive and they are supporting you, and the culture of the organization. How important it is for you?
100% important. And in any project that I'm involved in, I always say to my team, which surprises them sometimes, surprises other people, but I always tell them that management is actually a support staff. Actual people, the main people in the company is the team who actually does it, who does the job. Management just managing them, helping them out. Management is the administration. The actual people who doing that is the team, is the core. So that's how it's important for me. I always say that I'm not above you, I'm with you. Sometimes I'm below you because I depend on you. If you guys don't work, I cannot be, right? I'm not there, right? There will be nothing to manage if you guys do not do the job. So who is the main guy? So for me, they're the main guy.
No, I saw your dealings because I'm here for last couple of hours and we went through many rooms and treatments. And I saw your dealings with when even you saying hello to your staff. It's like you're very friendly with them. You're like
100%.
Which is a key. It's a good. I think it's a good lesson for the senior management or who are the key people are in any business that keep your team ahead of you. Okay, respect them and treat them as they're the key people, and that's how it works.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Coming back to what I value in the team, when we're talking about individual, for me, all the questions that you hear from me in the interview, of course, a lot of times I'm looking at the experience and all that, but then when you have two more or less on the paper similar candidates, what I'm looking at, all the questions are aimed to one important thing, is how the person gets to behave when they do not know the answer. When, for example, so that's the tricky part, because people think that you need to answer the correct way. You need to give the correct answer. For me personally, I don't know about other people, but for me, what I'm listening is what you do. You clearly do not know the answer. What you do when you do not know. If I see that you getting options, if you see that you're trying to find a way, if you see that you're thinking, if I see that you're trying to find a way how to find the answer, that is much more important than knowing the answer. Because that means to me that when you will face the challenge, you will keep going. You will be striving to find the way to answer. Correct. Rather than, well, I don't know. I will go and ask maybe my management. I will just sit and do nothing, right? For me, that is much more important. And the team that I have in any of the projects that I have, that I'm involved in, that is the team. Those are the qualities that currently my HRs are looking for. That is one of the most important qualities, because you can get a superstar who has even better experience than you need. That's great, but they will always face the challenge, and they might not thrive as the other person who has less experience would. So,
yes, that's true. You need to know your product, your service, and once you know that, you can answer everything, and you feel confident. And once you feel confident, the service is on a different level.
True.
I think that's how it is.
True.
So this next couple of questions I ask everyone who comes to this platform. When was the first step, and how long ago it was that you have taken when you look back, you said, okay, I'm glad I did take that step and it's changed my life? It could be 6 months ago, it could be 10 years ago.
Well, as I told you about 9 years, when I was 9 years old, that I first visited abroad, any country that's except where I lived. Probably my best decision was to move out of my comfort zone. The first time I moved to live somewhere except Ukraine, which I actually moved not permanently. Nowadays you cannot say permanent for anything, right? But I moved somewhere and I actually lived somewhere else for a year. It was actually Dubai. That was back in 2010, and that did change my life, because even though after a year I moved out and I lived in Ukraine for a few years, then I lived in Malta, then I lived in London. All those, but that decision, you actually change in your life. It's something that you are in your comfort zone,
opening
right?
up the horizons.
Exactly. When you are stepping out of your comfort zone, you're doing it. That's it. There's nothing. You take the plunge. Call it whatever you want, but whatever it is for any one of you or any other person, it's always about stepping out of the comfort zone. Okay, so for me, that was it. Once I saw that I can do it, pretty much any other decision that were much bigger for me, obviously, were much easier, because I did it already once. I know that it's possible, right? So stepping out of comfort zone is
the key. One of the keys.
It is the key.
Yeah. So the next one is quite related to this point. The next question. So anyone who wants to start a business or entrepreneur have ideas. Loads of people have ideas, right? But they're afraid to take that step. How I will do it, what the family will say, the friends will say, or I'm not confident enough. What advice you will give them? What they should do?
Well, first of all, do it, because what would happen if you ask yourself the question, what will happen if you will do it? And what will happen, most importantly, if you will not do it? If you will do it, all the cons, family will say something, friends will say something, you're not confident, and it will not work. Can you find a job after this? Of course you can, right? Of course you can. Can you find a job now? Yes, you can. So what are you losing? Nothing. You might lose a few things. Okay, fine. But then you will go back to go to the job, if that is like the worst case scenario. But most importantly, what will happen if you will not do it?
Is that a regret, right?
You will never know.
You never know. Yes.
You will never know. And that's the worst, because if you do, I don't know, it's like I said about stepping out of your comfort zone. If you are within your comfort zone, you have no idea what would happen with you if you will not do things that you used to do, unless you try them, right? So for me, that's the worst. That's not knowing what would happen if you would take that plunge, if you would take that risk. It's much worse than any risk associated with doing it.
And you look back after a year or two and say, oh, what if I have done it?
Exactly.
What if?
Exactly.
And the time is gone now.
That's right.
And that's the regret stage.
That's right.
It's a great message for anyone who's watching and trying to open their own business. They have entrepreneurial mindset. Do it. Just go and do it. Try. What can else? You fail, but you can recoup yourself and come back from it. So it's great. Artem, one more thing before we leave. How important is for you a mentor? Is it really important, or do you say, some people say, no, I'm okay with that. I need a coach or a mentor in my life. Or do you have one?
I don't have one. I'm my own mentor. And to be honest, for me personally, I learn from absolutely everything that happens around me. For me, the life itself is the mentor. I sit here with you in a chat and I learn. So for me, it's maybe just, I'm young. I'm only 36. Maybe I just didn't find the person who I feel the right, the right way about. Or her. That to say that I want you to be my mentor, I want to learn things from you, etc. maybe I just didn't find that person. But so far, everything that I know, it's done from experience, from observing everything that I see. I'm the most quietest person on the meetings.
Really?
Whatever meeting it is, it could be board of directors, it could be meeting with the team, it could be meeting with the government, whatever it is. Especially a place where people need to be talking. They talk. They need to show themselves. I'm the quietest one. Why? Because before I speak, I observe. I see what you say. I'm looking, I'm thinking, I'm analyzing. I see the debate. It's already few fights happened, already few makes-up happened. Only then I speak. Why? Because that's the way I learn.
Yeah, you're a good listener, which is a very key skill.
Well, yeah, you could say so.
Yeah.
So speaking of mentor, I was teaching myself this way all my life.
Okay, great. Great to have a conversation with you. And once again, thank you so much for giving us the time and a wonderful experience. We spent already a couple of hours here. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you
my
very
pleasure.
much.
Thank you. And my audience will see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.